I like how Asterisk War did have a story, but for this episode, any story was just thrown out the window in favour of 20 plus minutes of action and talking and more action. So in episode 4 of Asterisk War, we finally find out who's behind all the attacks on the Phoenix Festers, front runners. It's Lester's sidekick, Silas, of all people. It had to be someone, right? So Hughley's and Lester fight Silas, lose, but then Ayato shows up and fucks up the house. It's worth noting that it is possible to get hurt in this universe, as Hughley's did get fucking shot in the leg, although I have no idea what happened to Lester in the fight. I think he was just forgotten about, so there was tension during the battle, up until Ayato showed up, that is. Man, is he super powerful! Those dolls just kept on appearing out of nowhere and Ayato just sliced them up like butter. Then Ayato and Hughley send Silas out of the building and onto the ground, where Claudia sorts Silas out. And the ending of this episode was so sweet. Hughley and Ayato are together, very closely together, talking about each other against the beautiful ending theme of the anime. I totally buy their romance because they're both so comfortable around each other and they're curious about each other. There's actual positive reasons for those two to like each other. The epilogue, on the other hand, is a different story. It's darker for one, and it also pushes the story along because Claudia and Aito's friends seem to be working to defeat an enemy organization or something like that. It's not too clear, but those two could be bad guys because they were both involved in the brutal assault of Silas. Aito's friend is one of the Shadow Stars. That doesn't sound like a seedy organization. So yes, this episode was mostly action, which could have been a little more visually stunning as it did feel a little underwhelming at times, but the epilogue, which changed my perspective on two of the main characters, provided the most interesting part. It probably would have been better if Claudia and Aito's friend observed the battle to add more intrigue, but in the end, I'm glad this anime is moving along steadily. I was a little worried there that this anime was just throwing away its story, but no, there is still a story, people. Nobody panic.